Let me
He
read
was
two of these
speaking
comments.
to
Sorry,
his
no, but let me
assistant
read two of these
outside
comments.
the West.
Sorry, Talapaton. Let me read two of these so you can answer these comments, boss.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call you A Mac. You know, first time I'm seeing you still. Big up, man. Gotta push back on the crypto chat. You can only get in the game buying fiat currency.
Yeah.
What you saying?
Fiesta. I've responded, but go on, T.
No, I mean, that's because all you know is fiat currency. So all you have is money in your bank. All you have is you get paid by your money.
Yeah.
You know, every time you buy a piece of weed, you give a man £10. But guess what? My brethren now, I've been paying, which is 2 years ago, I was buying him because he wanted Bitcoin. I said, bruv, every time I come in, I buy a bag of weed. I'll just send you the Bitcoin on Coinbase. And he's like,
man.
yeah, done. And a man was paying for things with my Bitcoin. So I was working at a job and I said to them, pay me in Bitcoin. The guy was like, oh, I don't know how to do it. You don't need to know how to do it. I got a link that every time you go to pay me $3,000, it just transfers into Bitcoin and I get $3,000 of Bitcoin instantaneously.
Wow,
nice.
So that's how the thing's moving, yeah?
Yes.
But everyone has got currency, so you have to start with your fiat.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or you can just say like, yeah, I'm gonna cut your grass, but here's my crypto wallet. You got Bitcoin and you just pay me the $100 worth of Bitcoin into my account. Boom, there you go. And then next week I come back to cut, or every season I come and cut your grass, and I make 500 Bitcoin a year just from this one guy because he's into crypto. So there's many ways to get Bitcoin without but you do need fiat currency. But your fiat is just sitting around doing squat diddly. It's not doing nothing.
Facts. Saint, big up Saint. Security, hacking, there's a lot to this. I say all of this to say, do your research, people. Don't invest in things you don't understand. I say this as someone who has invested in Bitcoin since 2013. Don't just dive in. So Saint, so if you invested in 2013, so did you experience some of those spikes then?
You had to have.
Yeah, you had to have been in it from then. So you must have. Mans were buying houses and all that kind of stuff off them flips, innit? CFR, I can skip over the CFR. I know that's but saying watered down equals the value of money is decreasing due to inflation as prices go up. Your money is worth less sitting in the bank. Crypto is volatile, so do your research. I can't stress enough. It's me from Nuts. Oh, see, yo, go on, fam. Big up yourself, man. Yeah, man. That's the time. A Max, the time stamp ready, you know, Noble. Big up yourself, man. People, this is how all them time stamps we've been getting. Is A Mac. Big up A Mac, man. Every time.
Big up Nottingham.
Yeah, man. Big up the whole of Nottingham, man. Every time. Yeah. So what are you saying to that Talapaton? To that last one there. So you're saying
it's very volatile. It's very volatile. So without trying to confuse people too much, is that Bitcoin comes in 4-year cycle.
Run that. Come on. Get into that, please, T. Please, T.
So this is where you can explain it, but I don't want to lose people. I want people to be like, okay. So basically, there's 21 million Bitcoin only ever. But you can break one Bitcoin, you can break into 100 million Satoshis. Okay, so every time you buy a piece of Bitcoin, you're actually getting Satoshis. You can buy a $5 worth of Bitcoin and it can be like 0.0003657 Satoshi. So really, you're trying to stack Satoshis.
Yeah.
One day, one Satoshi will be $1 or $100 because that's how it's looking. So basically, there's only 21 million. There's about 3 million, 4 million, 5 million that's being lost over time. There's only 1 million left to mine. Mining is when you basically, all the computers around the world are basically verifying the transactions on Bitcoin. This is why it's very hard to get hacked. The only way you can be hacked and scammed is if you give people your details. Like someone calls your house number and starts asking for your personal details, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's no different. If man are asking for your details to your wallet or anything like that, you're being scammed. If a man says, oh, I'll buy Bitcoin for you and I'm going to trade it for you, scam. It's all scams.
Mhm.
You buy your own Bitcoin, you hold your own Bitcoin.
Exactly.
There's nothing else to it. Like, you don't send a stranger to go pay your electric bill at the corner shop at the pay point.
Come on.
You get me? You go do it and you get your receipt and you take it back to the yard, and then now you know your electric bill is being paid. So it's no different. And it's very volatile because of the 4-year cycles, which is the halving. So quickly, every 4 years there's a halving event. Halving basically means half the amount of Bitcoin gets put into the system. So this is where you have the mathematical supply and demand shock. Basically, the more there is of something, the less it's worth.
Mhm.
The less there is of something and the more people want it, the higher the price.
Supply and demand.
Supply and demand. And then there's nothing really else on the planet other than some exotic fruits that really have this type of mathematical equation that plays out. So half of the amount of Bitcoin gets put onto the system every 4-year cycle, right? So before it was like everyone, you could get like a Bitcoin for, one Bitcoin, 500 Bitcoin was £1. You get me? Now it's $100,000 for one Bitcoin. Why is that? Because half the amount is being made, then half the amount is being made, half the amount again. So at the minute, 2025 was like the latest. 2024 was the last halving. The next one's in 2028. The last halving is 2,145. So this is how secure the network is. There's only 1 million Bitcoin left to mine. It's already at $100,000 one Bitcoin. The demand for Bitcoin is exceedingly growing continually. Everybody wants a piece of it. The Saudis want 500 billion worth. If every company and their mama wants to put 5% of their wealth into Bitcoin, Bitcoin's going to be worth 1 million already. The reason is because there's only so much Bitcoin in circulation.
Yeah.
There's only 450 Bitcoin mined by all the miners combined. Like I said, the halving, they're mining it for the transactions.
Mhm.
Only 450 get put onto the system in a day. You got people like Michael Saylor that's buying like 11,000 in one day. There's going to get to a point where there's not enough Bitcoin to go around for who wants to buy it. Now, once you sell your Bitcoin for your price, you're out.
Oh, yes,
So
yes.
when it drops down and people are shitting themselves and they're selling, it's going to go down, I don't want to lose my money. Yeah, you're weak hands. You're getting bought out. You're going to sell. Yeah, you're going to sell. And put it this way, if your house prices were fluctuating like Bitcoin, when would you want to buy? When they come crashing down, I'd want to buy up half of the West Midlands. If the average house in the West Midlands is 250 and you knew next year it's going to crash to 100, but you want to sell your house now because you're like, it's losing value, I want to sell my house. So now you sell your house at 100 grand. Smart people are buying all the houses in the West Midlands at 100 grand, knowing that in the 4 years' time, they're going to be worth 375.
Yes.
Right. So this keeps happening. This keeps happening until all the weak hands are out and all the hodlers, which is the people that's holding for the long term. Then the supply crunch comes in. Then the demand aspect of this is when you start looking at Bitcoin being £50 million per Bitcoin. And you're like, that's crazy. You're like that. It only needs to go like there's trillions and trillions.
See, what kind of estimate? We're in the Gregorian year of 2025 now. Like, what kind of time frame would you put on it based upon how rapidly this is going? That we're going to see anywhere near to that milli per Bitcoin.
2 more cycles. Yeah, 2 more cycles. The next
8
cycle,
years.
2028. Yeah, in 2028, I think only 450. So you're looking at half of 450 basically.
Okay.
And then the more people that want it, only the big companies are starting to get into it. One wants a piece. It's like, and Bitcoin will start getting to 250, 300. People like if you bought, if you had a couple grand worth of Bitcoin and now it's worth 25 bags, and you're like, bro, that's me, I'm out. But guess what? You ain't never gonna buy Bitcoin at the same price you first bought it at.
Exactly.
So
that's the point.
How you got to look at it. Like the housing, you ain't never gonna buy that house again for 100 grand when it crashed that time, because the next time it crashes, it's not gonna even be usually it crashes at the same last all-time high of the cycle. I know this might sound like, what are you talking about? But it's basically going like this, always up and to the right.
Yes.
It's always going up. Like,
So
put it this way, gold is like 20 trillion. If Bitcoin gets to 20 trillion, it's already $1 million.
Okay.
Yeah. And then if you're like, oh, but Bitcoin's 100,000, I think it's like 76 grand at the minute, British pound. You're like, oh, bro, who's got 76 grand? Yeah, but if you do, or if you got a house, or you got some change or anything, does it matter if you bought it 100 grand, 50 grand, or 200 grand when it's £1 million? It's like you're fighting over breadcrumbs. Because in the end, your breadcrumbs is going to produce a loaf.
Come on.
Get me?
Come on.
So you're worried about breadcrumbs, but it don't matter because every breadcrumb is going to see the loaf.
There we go,
So
Noble. That links up on the screen still.
Right now.
Okay. Oh, T. You're running it off your phone, innit? So I put up. What's on the screen currently is, I think this is a bit of marketing. Justly, it's actually true. This is off day trading on Insta. Guy paid 32 Bitcoin to hold up a sign in busy street back in 2011. You see that one, right? You remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 2011, and people were also donating money to him. Click onto the next slide, Mark. Sorry.
Me looking at Bitcoin price, wondering why I didn't sell my house for it in 2011. We go to the next slide.
Yeah.
1 hour here is 7 hours on Earth. Good we can hold here. How people think it's like to hold. What is this word, Noble? HODL?
Hodl.
Hodl. Okay, hodl. Okay.
Right. Yeah, hodl means to hold, but yeah, I don't want to side, but they're basically a drunk man at a fucking Bitcoin conference was drunk, and he was like, how much do we hodl? And he was supposed to say, how much do we hold? And it went viral, and since then, the whole Bitcoin crypto community is like, yeah, you need to hodl. You need to hodl. You get me? It's like it's a viral meme moment in crypto, and that's where it stems from.
But you
so hold on. So how much did this spreader make then, Noble? This spreader?
Look on the second slide. He breaks it
All
down.
right. So let me read this. Back in 2011, I was the guy who held the sign that read, "Stop the Fed, use Bitcoins," standing on a busy street, wearing the hat and all. I was originally paid 32 Bitcoin to do it. And after the photo made its way to a Bitcoin forum, people started tipping me even more Bitcoin out of appreciation. In total, 96.14 Bitcoin was sent to my address. For context, Bitcoin was around 4.25 at the time. I'm still puzzled here, guys. What are we saying? How much did he make?
So 96. He had 96 point whatever Bitcoin at 425 at that point.
So what's the maths? What's the mathematics?
77. Is that 77k now? UK pound, you say?
Yeah, about 76 grand.
So he made 76 grand to stand on the road, basically.
No. 96 times 76k.
Yo, let's do the maths. Let's do the maths.
Yes, because he's not even reached the 10 mark. It's like 1,000 or 10,000%.
The
Come
number.
You can't even, what number is that?
I'm gonna let you, man, do that because you're saying that he made 96 times 76k.
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's.
So this is what I'm saying with Saint. Saint must be on some vibe, man.
Smiling and green feet now. How if the price that it is at now, when it reaches $1 million, you'll be saying the same thing. Like, bro, it was 76k. It's now $1 million.
For $1 million,
or now it's 15 million. I could have had it at 96k. I could have had it at. You get me? You're like, bro. I had a Range Rover that's worth 25 bags on the drive. Doing what? That would have been like 7.6 mil or something like in by 2035, because all the value of the world is going over to Bitcoin because it's more safer. People want it. The drug barons want it. The banks want it. The fucking sovereign wealth, the pension funds, anyone who's got money. Some people don't even want to look at Bitcoin. If it's a million, remember, there's more millionaires than there is Bitcoin. If all the millionaires wanted one Bitcoin, there's not even enough to go around already.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. Couple of these comments. So Ari,
They do the maths here. If you can get 0.1 Bitcoin, you're going to be a millionaire.
yeah, that's nuts. Ari, I made
The
good money
0.1
off
Bitcoin
crypto.
right now is 7,600.
Whoa.
7,600.
That's very achievable for everybody.
And in what time frame are we talking?
Like
The two cycles.
2034, 2032 is 2 cycles away, which basically means hardly any. So it's like 3.2 Bitcoin at the minute. After 2028, it's 1.2 Bitcoin that's going to be given to the miners. And then after that is under a Bitcoin. So basically, hardly any Bitcoin is going to even come onto the system. All the Bitcoin that's out already is already out. Everyone who wants Bitcoin, all the billions and billions, whoever's holding, and your price is whatever your price is. Like I said, if you're $2,000 worth 50 grand now, you're gonna cut, but you're never gonna get back Bitcoin the same price. You sold it for 50, when in another 10 years you're gonna be sitting on maybe 5 million.
Yeah,
crazy. So quick, let me read these quickly. Yeah, let me read these quickly. So Ari, I made good money off crypto during COVID. Luckily, I needed a car and took it out. A month later, a big crash happened. Saying good breakdown, nothing but facts. Ari, it's time to reinvest. Saying the growth prediction is speculative, but time will tell. Ari, I made good money off Polkadot. It's a weak coin now. Hold on for dear life.
Yeah.
Hold on for dear life.
Some of that.
It seemed like you man kind of. It seemed like a lot of you man kind of know what this is already. You know, I gave a brother $3 during COVID. I gave him. He said he was doing some Bitcoin thing. I gave him £300, and he ran off with the bread. In terms of said, yeah, just like you said, Talapaton.
Was he your bona fide brethren?
Nah, it was just a man. He got man. He got man.
Yeah, bro. Imagine if man said to you, "I'm gonna buy like $3 bills." Apply that same scenario to anything else. You would never give a man from Instagram $3 bills to go do anything. You'd be like, you know what? Come down. We sit down. We have a little meeting. Just it. You get me, like
in the Flidesh.
Oh yeah. So AMAC here, and AMAC's into crypto and IT and all that stuff as well. Yeah. What Talapaton is saying is good, but it's all speculative. Speaking as a crypto holder, crypto is not backed by anything like real world stocks and shares.
They're not, but as I alluded to, it's backed by people, and some of them have a utility which acts as a real world actual application. So it's not just digits and the chain relying on that. It's actually like, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm still a new boot in this thing. So I could say Express Truth, Bitcoin, and build a utility to say, okay, we're going to create a digital platform XYZ, which is revolutionary to what people are doing now.
Yeah.
That would be the utility pushing that Bitcoin.
You man right now should be taking sponsorships in Bitcoin.
For real?
Why not?
Yeah, I need to yeah, it's true. You know what it is? I tell you what scared me with Bitcoin.
I'm telling you, it's not technical. You download the wallet, you have a barcode, you know, the little square barcode thing.
Yeah.
And that's it. Man will send you Bitcoin. Boom, there's £20 worth of Bitcoin, you know, for your patron or support or whatever. You get me? And just add that to a little basket and just fucking don't think about it.
Yeah, man. Make it grow. Make it do what it do.
But ideally, for everybody, should be dollar cost average. It means every day you should buy a coffee's worth of Bitcoin, regardless of the price. Don't think, oh, it's up, it's down, it's up. You need Bitcoin to secure your family's wealth in the future.
Mad. You see, that's what's making me learn. When I'm hearing man's talking like that, like I seen a brother and he was like, yo, in 10 years, you're going to wish you listened to this video now. And when I keep hearing that, I'm like, yo, what's going on? Because it's like some of you, man, have got a time machine or something.